Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We are here with Brandy and Riker, and we're going to demonstrate all the obedience commands your guys learned here at school. We're going to start off by introducing the training equipment, and Brandy's got a standard 6-foot web training leash, and she keeps the bulk of that leash folded neatly in her right hand, which leaves her left hand free to make a correction. And the only correction we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment. Now you can see Riker is laying down very nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all the obedience training takes place. And the first command we're going to demonstrate is heeling. Heeling is properly walking on the leash, always on your left, and the command is Riker heel. Now at this point he's got a job to do, and that's to stay even with Brandy's left leg. No forging ahead, no lagging behind, and his shoulder blades again should stay even with her left leg, and whenever she stops, he should automatically sit. Now because he is an intact male, he does like to use his nose, which will get him in trouble from time to time. So we try to keep his head up off the ground, because when he lowers his head and starts to sniff and smell, that's an added distraction that he does not need. But you can see he's walking very nicely at Brandy's pace. Again, he should adjust to whoever's pace is walking him, so it makes walking a pleasure. And all of these commands are going to help with a lot with his indoor manners and behaviors that you were having some issues with. Nice automatic sit. Now the next command we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The sit-stay is a hand and a voice command. Brandy uses her left hand about an inch or so from his muzzle and the one-word firm command to stay. Now have him hold this sit-stay for 30 seconds, slowly working up to 3 minutes. When Brandy returns back to her dog, she walks all the way around him counterclockwise. She stops at heel position, and then Riker's ready for another command, and they take off heeling again. And you can hear Brandy praising Riker, so letting him know he's doing a good job. You can see her make a little correction if he goes to put his head or his nose down to the ground. But we want to let him know he's doing a good job when he is doing a good job and reward him with praise. The sit-stay command again. We don't use his name in stationary commands. Again, have him hold this for 30 seconds. Take your time working up to that 3-minute mark, and instead of returning back to her dog, she's going to show you the recall or the come command. And that's a really good command to teach because, one, it teaches him to come back to you when called. It also teaches him when he does come back not to jump up on you. So he's got to come back and sit facing you. And then they take off heeling again. And because he is a dark-coated dog on these hot days, keep your training sessions short. 10 or 15 minutes is long enough, and if it's really hot or if it's raining, practice with him right inside your home. Brandy does the sit-stay one more time. Now if he goes to lay down or sniff his area, Brandy goes right back to it. It's important that when you give him a command, he does it the way it's designed to. If he makes a mistake, you just go right back to it again. Brandy will show you that come command one more time. And if he does get distracted on that recall or doesn't come initially, you have that leash as a way to guide him back to you. And they take off heeling again. And like I said, you'll notice because he is dark, darker coated dogs tend to tire out a lot faster in the sun. So that's why we're trying to do it in the shady area. Now the next commands we're going to get ready to demonstrate is going to be the down from heel position. Again, Brandy uses her left hand, and the one-word firm command to down and to stay. Now you could see when Brandy was sitting there getting ready to do it, Riker had his tail wagging. He likes this one-on-one interaction. One, it's positive, and two, it gives him a job to do it. It makes him focus and think and pay attention, which is another good way to tire your dog out too. So if he gets home, he's giving you a hard way to go one day, put him on his leash, make him do these commands. It creates a little pack status too. It's important that there's a chain of command at home, and Riker's not on top. He's doing a really good job. He's done a really nice job here at school. Now if he doesn't sit, Brandy says no sit. You can see it was a little tiny correction. As big as and as strong as he is, he's not a an overly stubborn dog when it comes to this training. He does seem to enjoy it. Instead of returning back to her dog this time, Brandy's going to call him out of that down stay. And dogs will tend to hold a down stay longer than a sit stay. So start off at, say, a minute or so with him at home, and you can work up to 5 minutes. And a lot of times at that 5-minute mark, if you put him in a down stay in your living room, they're taking a nap before you know it. So like I said, practicing outside's important, but inside where a lot of your issues are, it's important to practice this inside too. Nice automatic sit. Brandy's going to go ahead and show you that down one more time. Down and stay. Tone of voice is important. She can go ahead and call him out of that. You see his tail's going. Very nice return, nice automatic sit. And then the very last command we're going to demonstrate is his down from a distance. This is where you're going to put him in a sit stay. You'll take a couple steps in the beginning, say 2-3 feet away from him. You're going to use your right hand. Try not to bend over too much because that looks like you're going to call him. And then you're going to tell him to down.
Stay. Down.
Perfect. So we've demonstrated Riker's ability to heel nicely on a leash, to automatically sit, to sit stay, to down stay, to lay down from a distance, and to come when called. He's done a really nice job here at school. We're really proud of him. Thank you so much for trusting us with your boy. He's a handsome guy. We love him to death. So we look forward to seeing you on Friday. Have a wonderful day, and thanks again from Nora's Dog Training Company.